Okay, yeah, they can hear us.
Super. Went well. We're off to big things now. Big memes.
Oh, one thing. I'm sorry. We could have talked about this, but that's fine. It's all experimental. Um, I don't listen to many podcasts. Let me preface with that. I started listening to Sean Carroll. Something that he does in his podcast that I am actually super fucking thankful for is he's very anal about getting time frames on everything. I actually really like that, and I interjected a few times just to get that. When we're talking about people, especially their history, time is very fucking important. I think it's very interesting for the story. So like when he says I started to get into programming doing open source stuff, like getting into that in like 2005 is way different than getting into it in like 1985. So I think if we're ever talking to somebody and like going over their history, getting like exact dates or not exact dates, but like general time frames is really good. It fleshes out the story more and gives a lot more context. I think
I agree. You know, another thing that we fucking need is some sort of counter indicating who the next person wants to speak is, because the amount of times I got cucked on that fucking thing is beyond belief. All right, we need a little thing saying yes, like a little fucking hand up signal or something like that. Know what I'm saying?
Oh sure, yeah. I'm not trying to Oh yeah, I was never trying to cut you. It was just sometimes we were like, because we were about to skip like major topics and shit. I just
You gotta talk faster. That's the problem.
I talk like, really fast. Silence. What do you mean?
No, you. It's like, hey, I'm done talking. And there's silence. It's like, okay, I guess I better fucking say something. Steven ain't got shit to say. There's only so much time from when they stop talking to when, if you don't start talking, I'm like, okay, I gotta put some fucking filler in here quick. You gotta get a move on. They stop talking, that's your fucking time. And if not, I'm on the fucking ball.
Oh
right?
yeah,
that's
wait. I usually. Oh, if I don't talk, it's because I have nothing else left to say or ask, and I'm waiting for you to move on.
But you wait this sneaky moments where it's like just enough to be awkward. Well, that we need the thing just indicating.
Oh yeah, I guess it's kind of weird because like both of us are hosting. Because because either you talk immediately and move us on to the next topic, but then I'm gonna cut you off if I have something to say. But if I don't talk, then it's gonna wait. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with silence too. If there's like 2 or 3 seconds of silence, that's okay. I don't talk, and then you move us on to the next topic.
Well, no, it's a very easy system. It could be literally just be like a fucking open Google Doc that we both have, and like you just put a 1 in there if you want to talk when this guy is done talking. And I think that would. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that starts to become a lot to manage, though. I don't know if I can, because I'm also trying to make sure I'm like hitting topic changes and whatnot for the overlay as well.
All right. Well, we got to fucking figure out something.
Well, I'm sure we'll develop a better rhythm too as we get into it. It's all good.
Sure.
But as long as we're like all cool, I don't think that like cutting off someone or whatever. I don't think it's like the biggest deal in the world.
No. That was really well. So I mean, look, this is good because hopefully. As I mentioned to you, I can say this. I'm talking with the CEO of Razer, getting them on. That would be amazing. I just, getting a little bit refined and talking about like essentially the subjects that we can cover. Really fucking interesting. Moving from literal shit tier startups to billion-dollar companies is fucking crazy, right? So if we get a good rhythm, it's going to be amazing.
Sure.
I got to be politics. Got to try and steer clear of that because half the audience might be Trumples. You don't know.
Yeah, we bridged into politics in a kind of a little bit too much there. I didn't expect. Dan, you are so proud of me because the things he was saying, he was actually like pretty correct in most of what he was saying. I'm not trying to. That sounds really condescending, but like in terms of like talking about like fascist behavior and whatnot. But I didn't bridge into it at all. Dan, are you proud of me? Because I could have engaged in that topic.
I was sweating. If you go back and watch that VOD, I'm like, it's fucking coming. It's done. That's the end of the series.
I was ready to go in so hard, and I didn't. Dan, you should have been so proud of me.
You're a good boy, dude. I'm telling you. Well, the sponsorships that'll come from this are going to be fucking absolutely ludicrous once we get going a little bit here. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a good rhythm. We have to try and get, the thing I don't like, I like it when it flows naturally. I hate that we have to have like 8 topics that we're going to discuss about. I get that you kind of need it because you have to put them on the overlays and shit, but it just seems forced a little bit. It's like, okay, on to X type of thing.
I think the goal is to envision like a conversation happening naturally, and then make it so that the topic list is something that would kind of happen regardless. I do agree, having a topic list that you have to stick to, it feels really bad to have to like, we need to go to this topic. But I think there are 2 important things to keep in mind. Is that like, in some ways, like these flow naturally from one another. Like I think we got from starting his business to physical versus digital goods pretty organically, which is good, right?
Yeah.
And another way, having a topic list can help to bring us back on board when we've gotten into like where we're talking about how like open source communities resemble fascism. Sometimes it's good to be able to say like, okay, we've gotten that. kind of bringing it back, in the course of your life, what are some successes and failures you've learned from, right? Like stuff like that. So I think a topic list can be a powerful grounding agent, and as long as it follows the conversation pretty naturally, it can be okay. But this is something that I think we work on as we do like episode after episode. We kind of get more comfortable with it, right?
Yeah, that's fine. And I think moving forward, probably bi-weekly. I mean, a lot depends on how many big boy guests I can get lined up, but yeah, I mean, it should be good.
Get Jack from Twitter. Get me That's what this podcast is for. This podcast is building up to getting Jack from Twitter on,
the live
so that I can get my goddamn Twitter account.
Why don't you just do what Casey Tron did and just fucking do an appeal every day?
I actually found out exactly what she did, and I sent an email to that account, and then did you see what?
Yeah.
I copy paste. Yeah, she said she appealed like 50 times, and that she emailed someone and randomly on like the 50th one she got unbanned.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that we have to be very careful of is I think that the Zed guy, I think that he was exceptional in terms of like friendliness and talkativeness. I don't know if every guest we have is going to be that way. Like this guy was really friendly and like super cool and super chill.
Yeah. So we might get some schmucks on.
Yeah. Well, not schmucks, but like especially people like in this world might be a little less talkative or less, friendly or whatever. Not like evil or whatever you mean, but like maybe a little more awkward. But this guy was like really cool.
Yeah, that's true, and it's gonna. I mean, that's why the podcast doesn't have a set amount of time. If like they're cool and easy to talk to, it can go for an hour and a half. If it's like one word fucking.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, can you hear me? Did your mic cut out? Oh, he got dropped from the call. Wait, why did he fucking bot his Twitter account? Dan. Holy shit, Bella is streaming earlier than I've ever seen her stream before. Good job, buddy. Maybe in one of those follow Twitter things that also follow them. Yeah, that's some people. That's why I said bot his account. Some people do that. But hey, listen, man. If you want to fucking bot your social media, go for it. Why the fuck not?
Street to streets, I see you and me hanging on the empty swings.